Welcome back to Jenn's on the Reel, and we are super excited today. Jenn, how are you?
Super good. I just want to announce to everyone that I have lost 8 pounds.
This is something to clap for.
And I did nothing different.
What the fuck?
So I'm still exercising, still eating good, but I'm down 8 pounds. I think it's the hormones.
It probably is. I just started going back to the gym, and I am hurting. It is so hard to get back in.
Yeah.
And so easy to get off.
I know. It's like not even fair.
No, it's not.
That's why I always try to go one day out of the weekend because, like, for instance, I didn't go Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, I was dying.
Yeah, no.
I can't do 3 days in a row off. That's why I know there's always one day during the week I go do my nails. Mm-hmm. So then I got to go one of the days on the weekend. So
but when you have other things and it messes you up, then that's like, and for me, it's just waking up in the morning, just getting up to do this because I have to do it at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So it's a tough one.
But other than that, I feel accomplished with the 8 pounds. I mean, I still have more to lose, but I don't know how much more I'm going to lose.
No, that's
we'll
good.
See.
Keep at it.
But I'm thinking it's
We have a cruise. We got to get ready for.
Oh, we have a cruise coming up.
Yeah.
Yes. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm trying to prepare for that. This was an interesting week. Because there's certain things happening. My daughter is going through her first breakup. She's only 17 years old. And I started really thinking about this and how difficult this process is. And it's difficult in so many different levels of life.
And I feel it's difficult at any age, but I feel when you're young like that, and it's funny because when you're our age, you're like, come on, it's not that deep. It's puppy love, come on. Like that's, but for them, it's like, oh my God.
It's the biggest deal.
And
they have a lot of first situations.
Yes. And then I feel like it also depends who is the dumpy and who is the dumper.
Yeah.
There's a dumpy dumper.
There's
rule.
always one or the other.
Right. So there's always one that's going to hurt more. So here's my question. Who was the dumpy and who was the dumper?
I am going to say that it was my daughter's initial action, right? But I think it was probably coming because they have had some differences, and it gets to a point where it just gets a little tiring to be in a relationship and
they were
things
together.
are not working out.
It's funny because we were talking about it a few weeks ago that they've been together for a while.
2 years.
2 years.
Since she was 15, she's now 17, so
yeah. And how's she doing?
It's been hard. I will say that it probably has been the hardest thing for me as a mom to watch her be so sad.
Because she probably feels bad.
Yeah.
Because she probably does have feelings for him. She probably cares about him and loves him as a person.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's just sometimes you can love somebody and you can care about them, but maybe that's not the right person for you. And then imagine at that age.
You have so much ahead of you that you just don't know where life is going to take you.
And for a girl from 15 to 17, you're a whole other person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
And
you don't.
It completely different. And from 15 to 17, when they have this boyfriend situation, it keeps them from making new friends and from really finding themselves at a different level, So then when this happens, it's kind of like a little shaking of your routine in your day.
Right, and especially during that age, I feel like you make friends. Even though like I had friends in high school and stuff, but my friends that I still have today were kind of maybe my senior year or after high school.
Yeah.
Some didn't necessarily go to my high school. Like I have a friend of mine that I've known her since she was 15. We're friends since we were 15. We're still friends.
Oh, wow.
I mean, we don't really talk much
No, but
but we stay in touch. Like I always will love
count
her.
on each other, love each other.
Yeah, like if she called me tomorrow because of whatever, I'd be there, in a heartbeat. But yeah, so it's, because when you have a boyfriend, especially at that age, they start getting like, I remember my son had his girlfriend. It was his first girlfriend. She was actually older than him.
Oh, wow.
He was 19, 20 maybe. 20, yes. He was 20 and she was 22.
Okay.
And then he turned 21 and she
That's
turned
interesting.
23. And and they were together like 2 years. And I remember that he was very like sad too. And he was the one who left her.
Yeah, they it's like a feel bad situation. But it's funny. I'm going to say that maybe there's a 2 year
Yeah, I don't know.
Ruckus or something. They say it's 7 years, but
maybe at that age, at that age it's 2 years. The thing is, they were like stuck to like the umbilical cord. I remember I was like, "Are you guys?" I used to tell them, "Are you guys gonna metamorph into one person or what?
Yeah.
Or are you guys gonna have like the same social security?" I would make fun of them because it was
they were
like
always together.
Like
that makes it so difficult.
And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like her. I didn't. And it's not because, oh, you're a boy, mom, because that's what my sister told me. And I'm like, okay, wait till you meet her. And they were like, oh, yeah, I told you, I'm not that mom. You know what I mean? I want to see my son happy with somebody, but this wasn't the girl. And when they broke up, I'm not going to lie, I was so happy. Like, I wanted to throw a party.
Oh, no way. I mean, I don't know how I feel about it right now. I did have a lot of love for the kid.
I've met him. He's a nice guy.
I just, I can see where the differences are and where maybe they just need time to grow up and then kind of go from there and see what happens.
Yeah, because as you get older, I mean,
you change.
You change. Yeah. You change. It's weird. I do know several people actually that have been together, married, since high school or since right after high school. A few people
too. I don't know how they do it.
Right. We're talking about like 25 years, 20 years, some maybe even going on 30, and they've stayed together. And it's amazing because you change so much. So I feel like if you're not with the right person that you can't evolve together, there's a break.
Yeah. And there's, I say that, and I could be wrong, but boys have a lot of immaturity.
They do.
And I feel like the girl that's staying has to be either very soft or sensitive or allow a lot of things to happen because there's a lot of that, of having to deal with the immaturities on that way. And then vice versa, or on the reverse side, I would say that the boys with their immaturities almost might get annoyed from the girls trying to control or change or do
I was going to tell you, girls were natural.
Trying to change something, trying to fix something.
Right, trying to fix it, trying to control something, Yeah, and girls do mature way faster than boys. Yeah. I mean, I see it in my own household. So,
yeah, I only have girls, so it's except for my nephew, he comes through. I know you guys are having a lot of fun, but we have to mention our sponsors. Our sponsors for this show are the Kurz Team and New World Title, and we deliver results on everything real estate. But yeah, so that's a tough situation, and I think about it and I'm like, man, there's other breakups in life.
Okay, so funny we're talking about this today because just this morning I was on my way to the gym with Marcel and he had told me that somebody that we know, that we've known for a long time and they've been together for such a long time, he ran into him in Home Depot and that he told them that they separated.
Oh, wow.
They were never married by paper, but they were together for a long time. They have a house, they have a beautiful kid, they have a family together. And it was weird because I was like, wow, they seemed like such a perfect couple. Yeah. You would never see that coming. And we were like, so that goes to show you, and it happened to us a couple years ago with another couple that we knew, that you would have never guessed that they would split or there was cheating involved. I mean, I don't know why these people split. I don't know the story, but I remember telling him, they're like this two little fit couple,
They were like perfect. They seemed like they
matched and
everything.
They looked so cute together because she was good looking and he was good looking and the little boy's good looking and it's like a cute little family.
I find it like so difficult for the people around too because you get vested.
And then you get disappointed. You're like,
and then it's like, oh, well, now what do? Do you separate your time? Are you cheating if you separate your time or give more time to one versus the other?
And we're talking about these people are not in their 20s or in their 30s. Yeah. They have to be, his wife must be maybe in her 40s and he maybe in his late 40s.
Starting all over again.
So yeah, starting all over again. And then the first thing I said, I was like, he's going to get himself a younger girlfriend.
Oh, because they always do.
And then I don't know. And it's funny because he asked him, oh, is it a good thing that you guys split? Like, dumper, dumpy. Yeah. And he's like, oh, yeah, it's a good thing. And I'm like, oh, why?
I want to know more.
I want to know the whole story now.
Yeah, no, I can understand that. That happened to us. We had a close friendship as well and hadn't heard from them in forever. And then all of a sudden reached out to them. And David was like, he told me that the guy let him know that they had broken up. And I was like, no freaking way. They broke up. Like, you know, you get like really.
No, and then it sucks because if you're friends with both of them and like you hang out in groups, it's like then the group splits up. It's like, oh, who do we hang out with?
Yeah.
Like, oh, and then you have to hang out with them separately. But
That's
there's
what I'm
always
talking about.
one.
It's so awkward.
Yes, but there's always one out of the two that end up sticking around. And the other one gets dumped by the friend group too, and then you never see that person again, especially if they don't have kids together.
Yep. You know
it's
true.
I mean?
It's so true.
Like you start off being friends with both of them,
that
but
sort of
eventually
happened to David. He had like this whole friend group, and I came into the picture, and then that was it.
Because
he had separated with somebody
with somebody else.
Yeah, and then that happened. So
and they probably and it's usually like, I'm not gonna lie, if the women are close, the women are gonna win because the women are gonna be like, no, and then the wives are gonna be bitching at the husbands.
That's exactly it.
For sure. And then the husbands or the boyfriends don't want problems at home because they don't want to hear us nagging.
Yeah, and it's not important enough.
Right. You're like, okay, guy, you're out. Sorry, dog.
I mean, okay, so let's talk about this. Let's think about this a little bit deeper. A breakup. How freaking difficult is it to even choose to do? And what's even like the right way to go about like breaking up anything? Let's say...
Okay, I've had a few.
Because I'm like the choir at breaking up even like an employee-employer relationship.
Well, I've had a few breakups, so it depends.
Okay.
So there's some that are hurtful.
Take notes.
There's some that are hurtful, but obviously, even if you're the one that's leaving, like for instance, when I got divorced from my son's dad, that was hard because I loved him. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I just didn't I didn't see myself like with him forever, and I loved him, but I just didn't feel I was in love with him. I don't know. I was going through a weird time in my life. And that was hard and he's such a nice guy, you know, like and I remember my friends were like,
that happened to me.
My friends were like, but really, you guys are separating? I'm like, I know, it sucks.
You almost come off like as the bad person because the other person is so nice.
And then they're so nice. And then of course everybody, so we used to have a thing, even in my family, everybody loves Javi. Yes, everybody loves Javi. And everybody was like, poor Javi. Poor Javi. Like, even my grandmother, I'm like, what about poor Jenn? What about me? Okay?
Everything I had to endure during these times to even make this decision.
But since they see me as a tough one, they were like, oh, you're a bitch.
You. Yeah.
I'm a bitch, you know? I'm like, fuck it. I am.
Whatever. Yeah.
I'll take it.
You're happier now.
But you feel like a weight has been lifted off you.
Yeah.
Like when you act, because then you want to do it, but you don't know how to do it. It took months.
It takes a while.
And then
so do you take a break or do you not take a break?
When you finally do the leap, it's like,
So David and I were on this thing of like, do you take a break or not take a break? Like, is the break necessary or do you just cut it off?
That's when you want to like give it a soft blow.
Yeah.
Oh, let's take a break. That's such a cop out.
I'm such a cop out person.
I'm like, don't be a wussy.
I am. I would totally take a break first. I think almost because you feel so bad with the situation or that it makes you unsure of like whether or not that's the route to take. So you almost need like a moment of clarification and seeing like, what is this like without? Is this really what I want?
Well, I think that's why when I got into this relationship with Marcel, it took a while. It was a long process, you know, because
I give Marcel a trophy for his resilience.
Stuck around. Persistence pays, people. Persistence pays.
Yes, it does.
But I wasn't sure, you know, because I wasn't newly single. I had been single for a while, but you know, I was very happy single. So I don't know. I was just very like, and I would friend zone him. Oh, let's be friends. He would call it, I would go cold and hot, you know? But I wanted to be sure. I didn't want to get into a relationship just to get into a relationship to then have to break up with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
So I feel like I would friend zone him.
That way too.
Yeah, I would friend zone him every now and then. And look, now we're together, happily ever after, whatever.
Yeah,
it took a while.
It's been a long time too.
It took a while, but you know what I mean? At least I didn't have to go through the whole breakup thing. And that's what I didn't want. Because sometimes you break up with somebody and you might still be in love with them.
Yeah.
Like I've had that one too.
Yeah.
I break up with somebody and I leave them that I still am in love with them, but they're no good for you.
Yeah.
So if they're no good for you, even if you're in love, that's hard.
That's
because you're still in love with that person, but you know you can't be with this person because they're no good for you. And the best thing for you is to leave. Yeah. And that's hard.
Yeah.
That takes a while. But
and it's hard to determine that. You know, and
it has to be on your time when you're ready. And that usually happens when you're like in a toxic relationship.
Well, because I mean, I have to say it. In a toxic relationship, you have a push and pull. You have a person that shows you everything that you want for a short period of time and then does something really
and then
hurtful.
takes it away.
Yeah, and takes it away. And then apologizes and then starts all over
like
again.
if they self-sabotage it.
Yeah. Yeah. Or it's like they know better, but still do wrong, you know?
They're hard to walk away from because I think it becomes like an addiction with a toxic relationship.
Yeah,
which
like
I had
a good high and then...
Yes, and I had one of those too.
I feel boring right now.
I had a super toxic relationship. And let me tell you, when you're in it, like you gotta go, but and people will tell you, and that's one thing I learned. When so many people tell you, not everyone can be wrong. Like if everyone's telling you the same thing, maybe they're onto something. I'm just saying, and you know it deep down inside.
But you're hopeful and optimistic.
Oh, but maybe he'll change.
And you really like whatever it is that really makes you go with him, you know?
Which is usually the package.
I was aiming at that.
I was going to say what it really was, but I went PG-13.
Yeah, yep. It's usually, I would imagine that.
Yes,
would be the
that's
case.
usually what it is. You know,
that could either keep you or drop you. So it could be one of the other.
It's a powerful thing. It's a powerful thing.
I don't even know.
And vice versa. You know, vice versa. It works both ways, you know?
It does.
Because when it's good, it's good.
Yeah, it does. I get so embarrassed about these conversations that I go in through ostrich mode where I just want to like dig my head on the ground, you know?
But no. So yeah, but then you got to go.
Yeah.
And it's hard because people tell you, you need to leave.
Yeah.
Because we're going through that with somebody I know now, and it's like, you need to leave. And I keep telling the other person, he's not going to go. Like, it's when he's ready, you know? And I keep saying it's going to escalate and it always gets worse before it gets better. So stay away from...
Like, when do you really know? You always justify it. You justify it with every little, like, good thing that happens. And then you're like, well, is it even going to... Like, is the grass always greener on the other side, you know? Or evergreen on the other side?
You know what would happen to me? So I would break up. I would break up. Then I would start dating somebody. Then it was so bad, I was like, screw this. I would go back I'm like, whatever. And then I'd end up going back. You know what I mean? Because it's rough out there. That's why...
That's like starting all over again seems so exhausting to me.
I have a process for this breakup thing here. And it works. So here's my thing. If you're with somebody for like a really long time, and I guess in her case 2 years, but they're young. This doesn't really pertain to the younger people. I'm saying like older people. Yeah. You've been with somebody 5 years, 8 years, whatever, and you break up. The first year, I call it the recovery year. That is a year that you're going to recover from the breakup. Because even if you're the one that broke up or left, you still have to kind of recover. And if you've been with somebody for such a long time, you're used to a certain kind of lifestyle. So you have to now readapt and kind of find yourself again.
Yeah.
Who am I? What do I really want? You know, date yourself. Take yourself out. I used to take myself out to dinner all the time by myself. Take a trip, whatever.
I've never done that.
Then the second year, it's when you're like, okay, you kind of know what you want now. More importantly, you know what you don't want. Yeah. And then I'm not saying go out there and date. I mean, get yourself a booty call, you know, so you can have entertainment. But don't go into any relationship.
Yeah.
Then the third year, you can start dating, having fun, you know, dip your little toes in the water, see if it's cold, if it's warm.
I feel like when you're older, it's easier to go about the process in a longer, like where you're discovering yourself for a longer period of time. When you're younger, you're so attracted to like whatever comes next or it can happen.
And then you
like when I was younger, I felt like, you know, I had the one breakup and it was like, okay, I was hurt for like 3 or 4 days and I hated him. And then
you found somebody right away.
And then I found somebody else that I could talk to.
Right.
You know, and it was just like, oh, okay, it's fine.
Yeah, but that's the problem. You can't do that. You got to give it time. And not when you're younger, it's different. But when you're older, I feel like you got to give it time because if not, you end up with instant relationship guy.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't want that.
Yeah.
Because when you're a certain age, you know, you don't want to be in a relationship every 2 or 3 years. What a waste of time.
No, yeah. And then,
I mean, date and have a great time. Date.
Yeah. And David says, you know, you don't have to, like if you have a situation where you sleep with a person or whatever, you don't have to actually create a relationship out of that situation.
Right. Just because you sleep with him, it's not your boyfriend.
Just try not to sleep with too many people.
You don't want a whole roster. You know, come on. Don't sleep with every guy you go on a date with.
No, now they call him, what is it, body count?
Oh, yeah, the body count.
The body count,
yeah. Don't have a high body count, people. And if you do, lie.
So do you remember American Pie?
American Pie.
He would say that girls have to reduce their body count by 3 and guys have to add 3 to their body count.
Yeah.
In order to make
I suggest women more by 3. Especially nowadays.
Especially if you pass,
Yeah, especially if you have passed a certain age.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so, Jenn gave us a lot of advice. If I had some, I would have given it, but, I'm a little limited on my life experience. Honestly,
that's funny. I thought I was limited.
No, the thing is, okay,
you
so
make it
it's
sound
not
like
fair.
wow.
No, but you had a good life.
No,
I went from, one boyfriend at 14 to then my ex-husband at 20 and 18 actually, and then after that I didn't really have a lot. I had a moment by myself, and then David. And it's like I really didn't.
Because you're a hot commodity, man. You can't stay. They can't keep you down for long because somebody else might scoop you up.
And I guess people try, but I'm just like, maybe I'm picky too. Like
I'm super picky,
but not that picky. Like I don't know.
No, I'm super picky. Like I didn't like anybody.
Yeah, and I'd rather like stability than have to even like everybody's so weird.
I don't know.
Slim pickings out there.
If you go through my process,
you do better.
If you go through my process, trust me, you'll be so much more pickier. And the person that you do end up with is going to be the one, because you're already going to be super transparent.
You already know. Yeah, you're already there. And they love you exactly for who you are.
So remember, do the Jenn process.
This will work whether with an employer or you're selecting an employee or getting rid of something.
Oh, damn. I have employer stories too, but we don't have time for that.
Yeah, we don't have time for that. We'll get back to you on that one. But thank you guys for listening. See you next time.
Bye.